KYB or is it Kib? Like, how do we pronounce this? Is it like Kib?
I believe
KYB?
he said
Kib?
I believe he said KYB is fine. I'm not sure though. We'll just have to wait for the chat response.
Yeah, I mean, definitely something I kind of want to wait on a little bit. But either way, Mutton versus KYB in the Pomme Ditto. I have never seen this before. I'm going to be completely honest with you. KYB works fine, and Kib also work fine. Well, I want to know how you pronounce it, right? If you introduce yourself to someone. Either way, I'm going to be starting things off, and Mutton has been playing the Pomme by quite a bit, like for quite a long while, right? But on the other hand, KYB going to be able to utilize that melee experience with, you know, stuff like the Peach, and has been taking quite a few names. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've never watched KYB set myself. So this is definitely going to be showing up something new for me, right? But either way, Mutton is not a player that we should be counting out in the slightest. With the side B into up air, going to be able to take in early first stock. All right. Either way, you know, KYB going to be able to look for stock number 2, not going to go down without a fight, you know, just not even taking any percent in the second stock just yet, while trying to figure out how to seal it off. And DI out on the F tilt actually going to be ending up killing here for KYB.
KYB with great awareness to know to parry those back at point blank.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, one thing that is always a question, right? How is it that these small character interactions work in the Dittos, right? Can a Pomme use another Pomme's record label? And what happens if 2 Vinces collide? Who knows? Both of these players, honestly, probably would be pretty good at understanding. But either way, with a beautiful B reverse to turn around, Mutton gonna be able, with the up air, to steal another stock from KYB. Alright, and just like that, KYB on the back foot. Pomme is at her strongest when she can force her opponent to approach, because this character has some troubles when it comes to approaching. When you're playing against another Pomme, right, you don't have to deal with that nearly as much because you're spacing around your own hitboxes. And either way, Mutton going to be able to utilize that incredibly well, forcing KYB to approach and forcing KYB off stage into a fair, utilizing KYB's own record label against them.
Very strong conversion there.
Yeah, incredibly strong conversion.
Giving him game 1 here.
Yeah, giving him game 1, and just like that, Mutton making a note for himself. It was not a pun. It just kind of came out. Don't worry about it. Anyway, moving on to Neo Jules Vale. If there's any stage where you're going to take a Pomme in the Pomme Ditto, you gotta visit Neo Jules Vale at least one point, right? Either way, just like that, you know, Mutton gonna be the one singing at the beginning of this game and gonna be able to make KYB sing to his tune, as he's gonna be able to rack up a lot of damage. But now KYB able to take the percent lead with the base boost combos. Oh my lord!
KYB a very strong player, as we've seen, and as many have been talking about actually.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been talking about it. MSB, right, mentioned KYB a bit ago as a player who took him to a very, very nail biter of a set. Either way, Mr. Mutton with KYB offstage going to be able to try to make use of this advantage state for as long as possible. It's not really a matter of the percents at that point. It's a matter of what kind of control you have. And KYB going to be the one controlling the skies. Right, and right now,
Mutton just sitting there anticipating that fair boost.
Yeah, I mean, like,
patience here.
Definitely, and at 106%, KYB in a little bit of a rough position. A back air, up air, not going to connect from Mutton. Mutton just trying to seal out this stock right now. It's KYB, you know, just looking for any way to just extend this advantage. The label on deck, gonna be able to sneak right around Mutton with the turnaround from the side B.
Gonna be honest, chat. There's so many notes here. I feel like I'm looking at sheet music.
Who knows? I mean, either way, if this is sheet music, I have no idea what they're saying, but the crowd definitely could be chanting KYB right now, as that up air gonna be taking another stock. You know, Mutton, it's just so difficult position to be in if you're Mr. Mutton right now. Like, you're down in the Ditto, you're down in not only percent, but also stock, as KYB gonna be able to rack up so much damage on the second stock, looking to lap completely. And just like that, with the, returning to neutral, I mean, I don't know. What do you think Mutton has to do in order to get back into this match?
I think KYB has just adapted to his habits very well here. With bait and punish just like that.
Yeah,
I think that if Mutton wants to take this back, he's going to have to land a lot of those stronger conversions we saw from the first game. But KYB showing that he is no slouch when it comes to conversions.
Yeah, I mean, definitely no slouch whatsoever. Mutton might have gotten that first game, but KYB coming back with the encore and looking to make it another big hit right now. Right now on Tower of Heaven, Mutton needs to show us whether or not he's still here to play or whether or not he's going to fizzle out as a one-hit wonder. All right, and KYB off stage at the very beginning of the match, but Pomme, one of those characters where it's not a matter of, off stage equaling disadvantage, because her off stage game is actually so good if she can set up her record label.
Yeah, I mean, the positioning is definitely a disadvantage for her, as it would be for anyone, but just how many options you have. Sometimes as Pomme, you can just reverse an edge guard into your advantage.
Oh my god.
KYB doing just that to take that entire stock.
Yeah, but either way, record
but Mutton's just gonna go in and take that stock from the jaws of death.
Yeah, I mean, either way, KYB gonna be able to sneak right back on stage, as both of these players now at even percents. As Mutton taking a little bit more damage from KYB, but like, this is in such a volatile position that only time will tell who actually comes out on top. Both of these players at a very close percent.
I mean, especially after a dominant showing from KYB for that first stock, and now you're at a disadvantage. You're at least sweating a little. But KYB is showing that he can deal with the pressure, taking that stock.
Yeah, I mean, who knows who's gonna end up coming on top, as Mr. Mutton
is firing back. These games turning super even. Both players just in tune with the opponent's habits here.
Yeah. Just like that, KYB just going to continue to try to rack up as much damage as possible. It was 25-27. You cannot ask for a more even game 4, as both of these players have taken their time to analyze one another and they're just looking to try to make use of this character's strengths as much as possible.
KYB's tech saving his life there as well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't see a tech away.
We might not have seen a tech away, but we're seeing a forward air. Gonna be taking a Mutton off to the side. No record label on deck. It's gonna be able to sneak back on stage as KYB looking for a back air into up air confirmation. But just like that, one up air, not gonna be able to do it just yet. Pomme light, but not light enough. Alright, up air coming on out, but not gonna be able to kill. KYB with one dash attack. Oh, shoot. Mutton looking for a forward air. Up air gonna be able to do it as Mutton takes out KYB in game number 3. Here we are. Moving on to best of 5. Only time will tell who's gonna be able to take the whole set. All right, and just like that, I mean, like, honestly, when it comes to the Dittos, right, it's a matter of comfort as far as stage picks go. And you definitely cannot be relying on, oh, well, this is what's good for my character, this is what's bad for my character. Because, well, you're playing the same character, you're playing around the same hitboxes. But,
yeah, and the Dittos, I definitely like to see when players counterpick based on player habits as opposed to actual strengths.
Yeah, I mean, counterpicking based off of the opponent's habits, based off, regardless of your own comfort on stages, is also a very interesting thing to watch.
I believe KYB picked this stage because of how well his patient neutral worked out for him in game 2.
Yeah,
I think he's looking to go for more of that and deny Mutton these early kills here off his strong conversions.
Yeah,
Mutton, no slouch regardless. Just gonna spit in the face of KYB's game plan and have security taken backstage here.
Yeah, I mean, both players gonna be able to parry notes back and forth between one another, looking a little bit like music class, just passing everything between each other. But either way, KYB looking for that first kill. That F tilt not gonna be able to connect into a forward air just yet, as a beautiful air dodge going to go right past that up air. And both of these players looking for that first kill. Who's going to be able to get it?
You hate to be dash attacked at this percent. The angle it sends at it, any DI is just brutal. Yeah, especially when you got kill percent.
Dash is coming out from Mr. Mutton, going to be able to steal out that first stock, as KYB now on the back foot, trying to find a way to steal out this stock in response. KYB is very, very strong on the Pomme. The down tilt up air, going to be able to take that stock right back, only 25% on this mouse. Right, and the down tilt conversion is going to be able to even up the percents as well. KYB not in the most rough of positions. You're honestly relatively comfy right now. You're on your counter pick. You're on your favorite character. You're playing, but you're playing into what could be, you know, your shadow, like a shadow of what it is you want to be playing.
I hope everyone in chat likes Vince, because we're going to be seeing a lot more of him off stage here from how it's been working out for both players. Just like that.
Yeah, I mean, let's go Vince. You know, Vince doesn't get enough love.
You know, say what you want about how Vince is balanced. Say many things about how Vince is balanced, but that guy is a hard worker.
Yeah, it ain't much, but it is honest work, as, you know, Mr. Mutton gonna be able to sneak back on stage with that showstopper, but a dash attack sending him right off stage once again, and right into the depths, as KYB looking to extend this lead as much as possible. You know, it's your counter pick, you gotta make use of it. Alright, and two backers coming out from KYB, gonna be able to get take the percent lead in, you know, dominating fashion.
I love the use of Vince there to stuff out the notes that Mutton had waiting for him. Trying to get back on stage and get more extra credit, but oh, went the wrong way, and that's going to seal the stock, putting Mutton back in a position to take KYB's winner's side stock, I believe.
Yeah, perhaps, but no, I believe this is still a loser, so this could actually be tourney stock for KYB right now if Mutton gets a big conversion. But just like that, with one base boost, going to be able to reset back to neutral. KYB still has the percent lead, just needs to find some way how to convert. But just like that, with one Vince, going to be able to put KYB into a rough position. 1% lead is not enough to really be substantial.
I mean, Mutton managing to play to the strengths of this stage in the Ditto, even though it was KYB's counterpick, and looking to seal the game right here and the set.
Beautiful
attack from KYB into an up air, taking the set, and KYB's last stock. I believe 3-1 favor for Mutton.
Yeah, and just like that, a 3-1 for Mutton, gonna be able to seal that one out, and we're moving back over to winner's side as we get to see air character versus air character, slighted versus